Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to episode number 22 of our VA Mastery Series. I'm Jody Marvin. I'm your host every single Wednesday here in the Virtual Assistant Collective group at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And you know what? I'm so happy to have you back here for another session. All right, so whether you're tuning in live here, maybe you're catching the replay, or if you're a new face, don't forget to comment either hashtag live, hashtag replay, or hashtag new, because I want to connect with you. All right. That's what we are here for. Okay. So today, in today's episode, we are going to be unpacking something that it's basically a tool for every single VA out there. Every VA should master this. All right. And actually even business owners. Okay. So not just VAs, but business owners as well. So it's all about data analytics. All right. Yes, sounds a little bland and boring, but you know what? Knowing your numbers, and I'm not talking about like just financial numbers. It's like knowing the different numbers, the data analytics, really helps you. It helps you move the needle in your business. Okay, so we're going to talk today about how you can leverage tools like a CRM system that you're using. I use Social Connector. I'm talking about it all the time because I just love it. But taking that CRM system and combining it with Google Sheets so that you can make, you can break down your analytics even further, right? And you can actually make some informed decisions that are going to boost your efficiency, and they're going to boost your effectiveness too in your business, right? So let's talk about that today, about how these insights can basically transform your VA services, or they can transform the services of your clients. Okay. Because here we are, we're virtual assistants. We're taking care of our own businesses, right? But not only are we doing that, it's kind of like a double whammy. We're taking care of our own businesses and we're taking care of our clients' businesses too. So any of the takeaways that you take from the VA Mastery Series, you can use in your own virtual assistant business, or you can just take it into your clients' businesses. All right. And that's what makes us so invaluable, right? Because, our clients don't have time for all these things. That's why they're hiring us, right? So, okay. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of dive in here and talk about how the data analytics, the insights can really transform, all of our decisions and how we move our businesses forward, all right, and our clients' businesses. So as usual, I have 3 strategies for you today, okay, and 3 takeaways that you can take into your business today, or you can take them into your clients' businesses. All right, start implementing those, and you know what, just kind of move that needle forward a little bit. So strategy number 1 is identifying the key metrics and tools for analytics. First of all, we need to know what metrics do we want to track, okay? That's really the first step to leveraging data effectively. All right, what do we really need to know? Okay, and then push all the other stuff aside because it's just noise. All right, so the key data that we want to focus on so that it's going to move our businesses ahead and move our clients' businesses ahead. All right, and let's talk about these. So the first one that I would recommend is your client engagement metrics. And what I mean by that is, your email open rates, right? Or maybe how long someone is staying on your website. All right. And yes, you can track that, by the way. Isn't that crazy? Because those numbers, those 2 numbers could really indicate, how well the content that you're creating is resonating with your audience. We're spending all this time creating this content, and we really should know whether it's working for us, right? Because we don't want it to be a waste of time, right? And not that it would be, but what I'm saying is that knowing which content works well helps you decide what kind of content to create in the future. All right. It's all about, just testing it out and looking at those numbers. So the second way is to look at your project completion times. Okay. How long is it taking you to complete a client project? Now, a lot of virtual assistants, some charge hourly, but a lot of them charge in packages. All right. And if you're charging in a package and you're promising something and it's taking you longer than what you thought it was going to take, are you losing money? Yeah, that's what we want to avoid. So tracking your project completion times, can really help you pinpoint like some bottlenecks, seeing where there's some some gaps in efficiency. Okay. So those are really important numbers. So the actionable step for strategy number one, and strategy number one is identifying key metrics and tools for analytics, is to use some kind of CRM system. You might already have your own CRM system right now. And again, I use Social Connector because I love it and I promote it all over the place because it's an all-in-one. And I highly recommend it for not only VAs, but for VAs to recommend it to their clients. Okay. But you can use your CRM system to really monitor all those metrics. All right. Now, normally a CRM not only tracks your client interactions and it does it automatically, but it also integrates with tools like Google Sheets, like we just talked about, where you can use things like pivot tables and advanced formulas to really, really break that data down further. Okay. And I know, it might sound kind of like geeky and just, overwhelming or not like a sexy part of the business, but it's actually kind of fun once you start breaking the data down and you say, oh, okay, I'm getting it. I'm seeing what's happening here, right? I'm seeing what's working and what's not working. All right. So for those who want to deepen their analytic skills, right? I have a membership. It's called the VA Vault membership, and it includes step-by-step training and all of these tools that we're talking about right now. And it's perfect for virtual assistants looking to enhance their toolkit. All right. So very, very exciting. It's just invaluable because you know what? We're always learning. We're always growing, right? All right. So strategy number two is all about gathering and analyzing that data. Okay. So you basically have to have the right tools. Okay. And again, we just talked about those tools, but gathering the data really should become an automated part of your workflow. Okay. You don't want to break stuff down super manually, right? I mean, and sometimes you have to break it down even further and you have to use a little bit of a manual process. And that's okay, but you need to be able to find a way to gather and analyze that data. All right. And one way you can do that is an automated data collection. Okay. So my CRM tool of choice, Social Connector, really can automate all the collection of like client and engagement data. And I'm talking about from tracking how many messages are exchanged to analyzing the response time. Okay. That tool can actually do that, which is crazy. And then the other way is using Google Sheets for further analysis. That's it's not a difficult thing to do. You just pull the information in and then you just learn how to use pivot tables. And I actually just did a training the other day, 2 trainings, by the way, in the VA Vault and then in one of my colleagues' groups. And we learned all about pivot tables and everybody was so excited by the time we were done. It's like, it doesn't sound fun. It sounds like, very analytical and all that, but, it's very, very cool once you start breaking this stuff down and you can, understand it kind of like in layman's terms, right? So it's so important. Analytics is just, it's a lot of fun once you start getting into it. Okay. But the other way, excuse me, that you can gather and analyze data is to use those Google Sheets. Okay. Use those for further analysis. And I would recommend that you learn to use those pivot tables, all right, to summarize the data. And another thing that it helps you do is it really kind of like uncovers trends, but it does all this without the manual calculations. Okay. So you manually have to bring the data into your Google Sheets by exporting it from your CRM and things like that. Not a hard process either. But, once you get it in there and you know how to do some of these calculations and the formulas and pivot tables, it does it, automatically. And you don't have to use all your brain power for it. All right. So your actionable step for strategy number 2, which is gathering and analyzing data, is to just set up a very simple dashboard in Google Sheets and do that this week. Today's Wednesday, right? We have plenty of time. And so, just set up that dashboard in Google Sheets, just to analyze the data from your CRM. Okay. And focus on trying to create a pivot table that shows client interaction trends over the last month, right? Just to see what it looks like. Do you even know what your client interaction trends are? I know, I don't. Sometimes I don't either, right? I'm telling you, and this type of, it's like a practical exercise, and it will really give you some insights into improving your client engagement. Okay. So if your engagement is down, try this and see if that doesn't help you so that you can see, where the gaps are and how you can make it better. All right. So strategy number 3 is to use that data to make the informed decisions. Okay, so we're doing all this work. We're gathering the data in our CRM tool. We're exporting the data. We're breaking it down into Google Sheets. Now we want to take that data and look at it and understand it in a way that we can make decisions about our businesses. All right. So data is not only good as the decisions, right? Data is only as good. It's only as good as the decisions it helps you make. All right. The data could be sitting there, but if you're not using it, you see what I'm saying? Makes sense, doesn't it? So one way that you can do this is use that data to help you make these decisions is to interpret the data. All right. So you're going to want to look for maybe some patterns or some spikes in your data. All right. And let me give you an example. If you say that you notice an increase in project scope requests, okay, it might be time to consider adjusting your service offerings. All right. And this is because oftentimes when we put our packages together, we're like, well, I think it's going to take this long or take that long, or, and we're it's kind of a guessing game in the beginning, and that's fine because we don't want to be stuck in analysis paralysis. We want to put these packages together and move along, and then we tweak them as we go. But the data is what's going to help us tweak all of that. Okay. And then the second thing you can do is you can just apply some insights. All right. So just take all these insights, right? You're looking at these numbers that are broken down, just to use those to refine all of your marketing strategies. Maybe you can adjust your pricing, right? Because you want your pricing to reflect your value. Yeah, we don't want to underprice ourselves, right? Or what about maybe streamlining our service delivery? Okay. When we have the mindset of, improvement, always looking for better ways, that's where these numbers and that's where the data analytics come into play. All right. We're just using these the data to keep getting better. That's all. Just think of it that way. All right. So the actionable step for strategy number 3, and strategy number 3, again, was using your data to make informed decisions. That the actionable step is to take a look at your data. So review all that data that you've worked so hard to collect, right, with your CRM system and your Google Sheets, and just identify, let's just say one area for improvement. Don't worry about all the rest right now because we can do that another time. Okay. All right. So once you identify that area for improvement, just try making a change in your business. And you know what? That change is going to be data driven. Isn't that cool? And what you can do is you can also track the results over, let's say, the next quarter, okay? Because this really could just involve adjusting all of your follow-up strategies, based on your client engagement data that you have that you now know about, right? Because otherwise it's just kind of sitting there. Isn't that crazy? I mean, we have all these numbers available to us, and we get so busy in the trenches of work, and that's okay because that's just the way it is. But just taking a few minutes each week to take a look at your numbers, I'm telling you, it can be a real game changer. All right. So those are your strategies for today. This was fun today. All right. So I'm going to recap today's deep dive into data analytics. Number 1 was to identify and track your key metrics that really impact your business using tools like social connector CRM, or if you already have a CRM, use that. Whatever your client has, a lot of those are very, very similar. You can pull that data from there. Okay. Number 2 is to gather the data automatically and analyze it. All right. And you can do that using advanced tools in Google Sheets. Okay. Really enhancing your capability to draw meaningful insights. What are the numbers that I need to know about? Okay. And once you know that, then you can kind of just put the rest to the side. Okay. Because sometimes we're just always busy doing the I'm not going to say the wrong things, but we're focusing on the wrong numbers maybe. Okay. And number 3 is to use your findings to make informed decisions that really just refine your operations and refine your service offerings and refine, the same thing for your client. All right. So, embracing data analytics, it's not going to only enhance your service delivery, but it also empowers you to just make strategic decisions based on solid evidence. Okay. It's not just like being all willy-nilly, I think I'll try this and I think I'll try that, which we're going to do as business owners anyway and as VAs, right? But taking the numbers that we know about, okay, that we can see hard facts, right? The numbers don't lie, but you can actually make decisions on those. That is so empowering to me. So there you have it. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. And remember to come on back here every single Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern time, because we're here. I am committed to coming here every single week with a new topic so that you can really, change the trajectory of your VA business. You're just gonna keep learning, right? Keep growing. All right. So that's what we're here for. And I'm so excited. I love it. I love bringing all of this material to you. All right. So for all of you out there that are looking to get more hands-on with analytics, check out our VA Vault. Okay. Actually, I will have one of the team pop in the link to the VA Vault if you're interested. And once you get into the VA Vault, there is a coupon code in there as well, and you get a percentage off of our Virtual Assistant Accelerator certification program. And there's just, oh my gosh, we have the trainings every week. We have group coaching, we have checklists and all kinds of things in there. So it's an amazing community. All right. And I would love to have you there. All right. So that is it for today. And you know what? Just remember to keep learning, keep growing, and just keep soaring to new heights in your VA journey. All right. So I will see you all next time for more transformative insights. All right. Thank you so much for being here.